No, I can't. Okay. With this, I have to do with this screen. This project name is Competency Training in Higher Education Research, Trends in the Last Decade. My name is Maria del Pilar Garcia. I am researcher in Institute for the Future of Education of Tecnologico de Monterrey. Okay. In the introduction, I have 4 topics. First, the Global Education Agenda emphasizes development of skills for the 21st century, particularly empowering students to success in work and life, highlighting collaborative, digital, and citizenship skills of scale. There are multiple viewpoints of competencies. The second aspect, ranging from habitual and persistent characteristics related to work performance to a set of knowledge built from experiences and learning where the individual is the central in their learning process. The third aspect, the diversity, is a conceptualization and research methods of competencies creates a fragmented landscape, making it challenging for policymakers and educators to identify successful educational practices and taxonomies that can be replicated. And fourth, the study of competencies has facilitated a dialogue between higher education and the labor market, emphasizing the importance of competencies training for the professional future of graduates, aligning with the demands of the job market. Okay, the objective of this work or project was, this study had 3 objectives. First, to present the state of research of the competencies approach through global indexes to characterize the competencies stipulated in higher education and job training. Second, to understand the different research and evaluating methodologies employed to provide new knowledge in the subject. And third, to identify the different types of competencies used in higher education and job training and their conceptualization in 6 areas of knowledge: health sciences, social and legal sciences, architecture, engineering, arts, and humanities, and multidisciplinary approaches in the trends found in the last decade. This study has 3 research questions. First, how are competencies conceptualized in the scientific literature review, and what are the main conceptualization used in the studies? Second, how to evaluate competencies. Third, what characteristics do the competencies have, and which one are analyzed in higher education and training for work settings. Okay, this work has this method and characteristics on method. We employed 2 analysis strategies. First, we developed a bibliometric analysis of 536 documents that we retrieved from the Scopus database. This sample of 536 documents was obtained Scopus. We use the query competition or competition keywords and higher education, labor market, focusing on titles, abstract, and keywords of articles that had been published between 2013 to 2023. We conduced a content analysis in the second strategy of 75 select documents for the global sample. For the content analysis, we select for this number of documents for answer the 3 research questions. The results for the first strategy, the highest point reflects that 79% of the publication appeared since 2017, and the remaining 21% in the previous 4 years. This suggests that universities seek to improve their teaching practices and methods to train competent professionals capable of contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals. This is very important. The second result for the first strategy, the architecture and engineering area stands out for the number of publications and the sustainability of the study and topic over the past decade compared with the others. The citation in panel C. In panel D, the citation of the papers varied over time. The papers with the most citation overall were those of social studies and legal studies. The citation of the arts and humanities papers increased in the 2015 period. The pandemic affected the dynamic citation in 2020, and citation were down in this period. And in the panel E, in Europe, we can see that in Europe, mainly Spain, there is constant research in competences individually or in collaboration with other countries, as you can see. With the first strategy, in this Sankey plot, we can see the topics that the researcher studied in 2 periods. From 2013 to 2020, there were 14 thematic trends related to the competency-based approach, with the majority of studies focusing in higher education. Topics such as active learning, emotional intelligence development, key competencies, human capital, graduate employability, and engineering education were less frequently. Between 2020 to 2023, the number of the study topics was reduced to 12, but there was an increase in studies on competencies, e-learning, professional development, and curriculum, which were analyzed in relationship in the labor market. And the study of competencies shifted from a focus on theoretical disciplinary development to a more practical understanding of the workplace. Now, by the second strategy, we conduce a content analysis. We identified 3 types of competency conceptualization. For example, general explanation of the concept, specific of disciplinary competencies, transversal, generic of soft skills. Second, we identified 3 approaches used by the studies to analyze competencies. For example, identification of relevant competencies for job training and employability, definition of the relevance of competencies in specific disciplinary areas, and analysis of competencies in international projects. And 2, we identify 5 types of common competency definitions: ability to apply knowledge, skills, and attitudes in complex situations, the first type. set of abilities to solve problems in specific work situations, skills and knowledge acquired through education and training to perform the labor market, 4 specific or disciplinary competences, and 5 transversal and generic or soft skills. 2, we identify in this second strategy 2 types of sources cited in all papers. For example, organization such as of the European Commission, World Economic Forum, and ILO. And 6 types, we identify 6 types of competencies analyzed: scientific, practical, cross-cutting and career competencies, instrumental, interpersonal, professional competencies, key competencies in education for sustainability, skills for employability and digital work, competencies for lifelong learning, knowledge skills, attitude skills. Okay. A result of the second strategy, we identify 2 types of studies. We conduct empirical and theoretical studies. For example, 14 studies we focus on descriptive and correlational studies. Some studies use model such. Some repeat measures and case studies. Qualitative, 21 studies collected qualitative data through interviews and focus group. Mixed studies, 16 with qualitative, with quantitative analysis predominant over qualitative. Theoretical critical analysis. These studies was 20 about the importance of developing transversal competencies, the relevance of digital skills and critical thinking, and the development of models integrating transversal and disciplinary competencies. 2 studies developed the methodological proposal for the development for a conceptual model, and other 2 studies propose a model for the development of transversal and labor competencies in the universities, and for a methodological guide-based normative documents. And we analyzed and classified the competencies examined in the studies into 4 according to the disciplinary areas: social science, legal science, architecture and engineering, arts and humanities, medicine and human science, science and multidisciplinary, and the type of the competencies, instrumental competencies, soft skills, specific competencies, and systemic competencies. We identify an accumulation similar to a taxonomy by disciplinary. In this figure, the skills type are identified by 4 colors: soft skills of soft competencies, blue; specific competencies, red; systemic competencies, gray; and instrumental competencies, yellow. That you can see in this figure. And as a result of this figure, the studies of arts and humanities and medicine and human sciences examined soft skill competencies more significantly than others. The other areas, such as social science, arts and architecture and engineering and science, analyze soft competencies in conjunction with instrumental, systemic, and specific competencies. Some topics as discussion or reflection are three. This study highlights significant changes in forming professional competences in the last decade. Innovative methods and strategies are used to develop competences. This is favorable for personal and professional development. Second, higher education have relevant challenges to reconfiguring curricula to training for life, integrating soft skills, specific systemic and instrumental competencies. And third, it's crucial to develop more research on competencies at the technical and postgraduate level, aligned with the needs of the social context and the sustainability of learning and developing competencies. And two recommendations. Future studies can use other databases such as Web Science, Redalic, Cielo, Lens, and others. Other research can also delve into the methods employed to train competencies by educative levels in technical bachelor and postgraduate programs. Okay, that completes my presentation. Thank you.